Hello everyone, sorry if my voice is kind of quiet today. My microphone I can't plug in because my phone is charging. I had a brief message in my TikTok that I left right before this. Maybe something about your phone not holding a charge, or you have to charge it 3 and 4 times a day, or just you feel depleted, your personal battery. Anyway, go watch the TikTok pre-shuffle that these cards explain, but the basic message was you or someone around you is a masculine energy that is ready to go forth and be merry or whatever. But there's actually some things that are kind of holding them back, okay? Physically, they're hoping that they have enough money to handle you, the Empress. Wow. They may also be like okay, this is weird because I didn't look at this bottom of this deck, or I shuffled a little bit and didn't look at its pre-shuffle. So you masculines here, you have this feminine Empress energy here that you either want or are near or whatever, but they feel like you have other people, and that is kind of causing them to worry about the energy and the connection, or feel disconnected. Okay, even though you might think they're your soulmate or whatever, and there you are again, Page of Wands, and you really want to love them, and you really feel like you want to give them your power, and you've been working all night every night to bring them something. They feel like you have these other options, okay, and they might be your perfect match right here, okay, but this is making them want to jump off of something, right? I'm not going to say what. I'm not going to allude to a certain thing that people jump off of, but the truth is there that you kind of just want to be supportive of them and their dreams and their goals and your life together. But this is a card that I very rarely get upside down cards. Normally this is unconditional love. Even when they're in pain, they love you unconditionally. They're starting to come out of that energy, and you need to be there to pick up the slack right now at this point. Okay, they've been strong for you, you need to be strong for them, because divine timing here is very important and at play, right? Divine timing is always at play in our lives, but it's important, very important right now for what you want for your future. Okay, so let's get a longer reading here. Because what has happened is this is your feminine here. They've been up crying alone and sad in bed at night, and it's time for you to be honest with them, or they might come and be honest with you. There was a long thing I did about cleaning skeletons out of your closet, getting rid of things from old exes around your home, if you want this love that's divine for you. Okay, so let's do my physical deck first. Make a little room here. I got the letters in the short pre-shuffle. CO, Colorado, Co, something with that name, extra, and I want out, okay? Let's see. I don't need to do that. So this person here, this feminine energy, has been sad. I just got choked up a little bit in my throat. Right? And you've just been kind of focused on your money. I see that here. So if you're this masculine person here, with this feminine that's been pining for you or crying for you, 333 on the clock, right when I said that, what do you need to know? It's time to make that decision you've been putting off, okay? Don't hesitate. Stop hiding from what you don't want to see. What else do you need to know here if you're this masculine? Yeah, because the stability, there she is. She's from the pre-shuffle. I just showed it a second ago. She's your queen, this woman that you, or this feminine energy, if it's a person that's non-gendered or something, this feminine energy, they're going to be your stability, right? But you have to make the choice. They're not going to come towards you. They're a feminine, so they're not going to go searching for a masculine. A queen is not going to go searching for a king. She's going to sit on her throne and wait for you to show up on your bicycle, okay? Which I see you want to do, but what's going on? Yeah, your emperor energy is not fully there. You hesitating or being like, well, I don't have enough money yet, or that's taking you out of your emperor energy, right? And there's that came out in the pre-shuffle too. I see you've been working late nights, overnight shift, well into the night every night, to be able to provide for this feminine, and that's good. But what do you need to know about? Let's see what we don't. Yeah, I see you have a good heart, okay, masculines. And I see that you've been hoping that this feminine remains patient. You've been trying to be patient. You do want to make them an offer of your wand. But let's see what's going on here. What's hidden? What's this masculine need to see about themselves internally? Wow, that this is what you think it is. Okay, this is the soulmate. This is the twin flame. This is the divine counterpart. This is the kingdom spouse. There she is, the Queen of Pentacles, and she's been getting messages from the universe. She's been like listening in and hearing that you are too, right? But what? Yeah, but you've been juggling a lot of things, and she kind of knows that, okay? The world sees you. What else? What else is hidden here about this situation? What do you need to see about this feminine? What do you not see about this feminine energy here? They're getting upset that you haven't come in yet. Okay? They feel you holding back. You're not like this where you're like ready to go. You're waiting. You're waiting for something, and they're getting a little upset with that. Now, there is union energy here. There is soulmate energy here. There is your Queen of Wands here, okay? There you are, Knight of Wands, right? But what do you not see about this? You holding yourself back is actually making you unable to leave the timeline that you're in. I know you want to get to that next highest timeline. These are the same cards. This is someone who wants to go forward. This is someone who's holding back, okay? And then there's your feminine just praying and manifesting and having their own stability. And what's the energy of this holding back? What are you holding back about? Wow, it came flying out of there. It's Knight of Wands again. You're holding back because you're afraid you don't have enough power, or that you don't want to give away your power, or give me more. Okay, this is one of my favorite cards in that deck, that they're your sunshine after the rain. They're your happiness, but something's not quite ready yet, right? What is it? What is going on with this energetically? They keep touching my camera table, which is like super confirmation. You feel like you don't have enough money and stability and the house and the car or whatever the hell you want. And there's that moon energy again. And you've been working all night, every night. There's the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, you're aligned. You're very aligned, but your mental state is a little clouded, a little difficult to get through, a little bit of pain. Let's see. So this was clearing the skeletons out. Okay. What's your most important thing to direct your manifestations towards right now? Wow. A 4 and a 3. Okay, getting rid of those thorns in your heart. Or thorns in your side, or thorns in your wallet, or wherever you felt less than, whatever's making you not want to go forward, whether it's being hurt in a past relationship, having someone take advantage of you financially, whatever it is, you need to work on eliminating the stress and the burden mentally that you're placing on yourself, right? And that's always an important thing in life, but right now it's very important that you take these swords off of your shoulders, right? Get them out of here to move into your Emperor energy. I couldn't talk 909 right when I said Emperor energy, because what comes next? The Lovers, right? It's here twice, okay? It's very significant that you and this feminine here come together in this lifetime. It's a soulmate. It's a twin flame. It's a divine counterpart. It's kingdom spouse. It's match made in heaven. It's whatever terminology you want to use, okay? But you're made for each other. You're two sides of the same coin. And I think you are starting to see that. I think your perspective has shifted a little bit out of, well, they just, are hot, to actually this person could help me, okay? But it's very important that you get pull the swords out of your brain. Stop the negative thinking. it's because that's all I see here. It's also air sign energy, I guess. What else? What else you need to see here? Wow. Yeah, look, it'll keep going down. It keeps going down. It went 4, 3, 2. You're on your way to knocking these swords that are holding you back. Well, you've dropped 2 of them. Like in this instance, you've actually had 5 here. Wow. Okay, look. You had 5 swords up on you, blocking you from this feminine. But you've dropped 2 on the ground. So you went down to 4, 3, 2, okay? You're on the up. But you need to keep working. And don't stop looking at me with that look in your eyes, okay? I see you. I see you looking at me. I'm sorry for telling the truth. Alright, as soon as you start to drop these swords from your sides, from the shackles, right? I won out. Yeah, maybe you were in a relationship with someone else or whatever. As soon as you drop the swords, what are you going to see happen here in your life? What are you going to see manifest? What are you going to see change in your life? Keeps touching the camera. You'll have all the money you've ever dreamt of. All right, you'll become so rich. What else? What else? Anything else? No. But there she is, your Queen of Cups. She's right there, okay? I see you holding back from going forward still. Upside down cards is crazy today. I never get upside down cards. Okay? Let's get some more messages out of the cauldron here. Oh, came right up. Messages. I just said let's get some messages. So this is something about text messages. I think I said something with the very first card where you were in pain down here. Wherever it was. Pre-shuffle. I said something about unsent or unreplied to messages or something, or you wanted to send messages, or you got messages. Something. Pay attention to the messages you're getting from the universe. Also pay attention to messages you send, how they're worded, or what this person says to you, or they're reading your messages, or whatever. Chance. Yeah, they want to, if you want to take a chance, now's the time. Right? No time better than now. What else? Shows. Something about going to shows or producing shows or watching shows together. Whoa, a couple there. Flowers. Maybe this person likes flowers. There was flowers somewhere in the energy down there. There's one right there. Matter of fucking fact. Sorry for cussing. Envy like Nevada, or envy like jealousy. Any of these letters anywhere. Convention like that. C-O-N-V. Colorado, Nevada. Maybe that Midwestern area out there. Wish coming true. Oh, that's so nice. I gotta remake some of these messages. This paper's getting worn out. Yeah, your wishes are coming true, masculines. And it's maybe this feminine. It's maybe life. It's maybe your dreams taking shape. Dance. You might want to dance with this person, or this person might be like to dance, be a dancer. What else? Any messages here? Also, romance is a little dance. If you think about it that way, a little like courtship type thing. If once you come together and your wishes start to come true, and you do take a chance here on this person, maybe you send them a message. Wow, opportunity. What are you going to manifest? Okay. A stable but a strong connection. Okay, but it's back. It's kind of like you have to be careful what you say, right? Because why? Oh, because there they are, the lovers. You have to be a little bit diligent with how you word things to your Empress, okay? Don't just treat them like any regular old person off of a dating app. Oh, do you want to get dinner Friday night? No, the Empress needs you to bring your energy and your soul to the table, not pizza, okay? I'm not saying they don't like pizza. I'm saying... And I'm not saying they're like, oh, you need to take them out for a $10 million steak dinner. I'm saying you need to present things to a feminine empress that is so loving, that would be your divine counterpart because you're the emperor, in a way that makes them feel like a Taco Bell meal is that you know, steak dinner at the Ruth's Chris or whatever the hell expensive fancy steakhouses are. I don't know. But you need to provide a feeling to a feminine that's divine, okay? I'm not saying other feminines you should give shitty energy to. I'm saying that it was 15-15 right when I said that. If there are other feminines in your life, you can't treat the divine feminine the same way you would treat just any old date that you take out because you kind of met them on a dating app, or you saw them at the local bar and they looked good, so you were like, hey, let's go out. And, you know, they just, or just somebody. What's that song I just heard in my head? That one that was like, somebody that I used to know. You can't just treat a divine feminine like any old regular person. You can, but then you're not gonna come into union, okay? Or you might still, but it's sideways. You know, it could turn sideways. As a divine feminine can leave the same as a regular feminine can leave, or whatever. You can break up with the divine feminine if they're not physically taken care of, okay? So, like, what's this divine feminine's energy towards you? How about that right now? I usually don't pull a lot for the masculines lately, but here we go. They're guarded but peaceful, okay? They want to be in your energy. They want to wrap themselves around you and with love, but it fell on the floor, so that means it's like not quite all the way aligned, or it's not quite all the way here, but they do really infinitely want to love you, okay? What else? How does this feminine? Yeah, there they are again. Look at that 8 of the snake skin. They want to love you. They want to wrap themselves around you, around your sword, and take away that pain that you've been feeling. All these swords, because there they are. They know that you've been holding back, thinking about them, and wanting to come towards them. They know everything already. They're psychic. They're connected to you. They want you to pour out your cup of love and offer them an opportunity, but they know you've been guarded. Right? They feel like this could be everything too, but you're making them guarded by taking your time, by waiting, and you know, they're kind of now guarded. They're kind of just sitting on their perch, just sort of like, okay, well, when this MFer is ready to come towards me, maybe I'll still be here, right? Because they're patient and they're loving and they're not like looking for others. But what do you need to know about this feminine from the physical here? What would this feminine tell you right now? It's capes going on the camera table. That they're tired of feeling like they're chasing you. Got it. That they can tell you're just kind of like bound up by your work and all that other stuff that I went through in the beginning, all the swords. They kind of know you want to offer them love, or they kind of want to offer you love, and they know that you're powerful and that you have the capacity to love them, okay? They know these things deeply in their heart. That's how they're feeling. But what are they keeping secret? Wow, it came flying out of there. That they feel like that they could be your everything, but you see red flags or something, or you're holding yourself back, okay? They know that they could pour out for you and be your... Wow, I just got like the chills, because as you can tell in the background, my TV just shifted from being completely silent to some sort of like screensaver with loud, like beautiful, peaceful kind of energy melody, same as this like card here, beautiful, peaceful energy. And that's suddenly you've kind of thought like, wow, I don't know, I thought this person was out to get me or out to hurt me, but I'm realizing that it's me, that I'm out to hurt myself. I am keeping myself in an energy of pain because I was afraid, and fear mentality separates us from our inner selves, right? It kind of pulls our soul away when we're afraid. Fear is a negative energy, and we don't want to be in an energy of fear. And I have to pause. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, that TV was just crazy loud and distracting, and like, quiet as it is, my voice is quiet as it is, I couldn't talk over it. But that was a sign, okay? Everything's a sign. When things happen like that, surprise messages, So what do you need to do for this feminine here? What do you need to do, masculines, for this feminine right now? Where do you need to show them? You need to make a move, right? You need to show them that you think this is fate, if as much as the Lovers, again. Divine timing is so at play, okay? And I know that, and I know you know that. But you're going to need to indicate to them that this isn't in their head only. Okay, I don't think that they think that. I think that they know that you're sort of in their life for a reason. Even if it's just to show them, okay, there is someone out there that could love you if the timing was right. Because sometimes feminines become disillusioned with love very easily. I know masculines do too, but feminines will really take it to heart. Like, what, I'm not lovable? Okay, I've had these thoughts. Am I unlovable because I don't have a relationship? But no, sometimes it's just because if there's a, you know, the idea of the one, it doesn't mean that there's only one person you could date. It means there's probably only one that you're meant to connect with on this deep level that is going to be this soulmate, divine counterpart, twin flame type energy that, you know, makes you feel different than anyone else ever has, and makes you realize that you're worthy, and doesn't create friction in your life, and doesn't create sadness in a way that's negative. Everyone has the capacity to create sadness in someone else. You know, if you make a mistake and you forget something, or you know, our 3D physical selves tend to look at life and go, oh, they forgot my birthday or something, you know, whatever, and then really kind of become entwined in this idea of, well, they hate me because they didn't remember to text me on my birthday or something. That's just an example, but like, those sort of things surpass what our soul needs. Our soul needs fulfillment and a healing and love and companionship more than our physical bodies do. Because soulmates can feel each other at a distance mentally. It's not just, can they bring me flowers on a Tuesday? Okay, it's, can their soul meet mine energetically through the ages across time and space? And that's a different kind of fulfillment than just being a good boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or wife or partner or whatever terminology itself is. A soulmate is your energy embodied in another person or matched in another person, depending on your personal beliefs. Okay, so with this counterpart here and the idea of you telling them, I think you're my destiny, not in a love bomb way, in a true way, what will you see manifest after that? That wasn't the right question. What will you two manifest together? Now, that was the right question. The Star and the Six of Wands. Okay, you will both become famous. It's aligned. You're a power couple. Okay, you're a reflection of each other's energy. You are patience. You are love. You are divinity. And that TV just popped back on again with this like fireplace screen. Something about maybe Christmas coming up and you having a feeling that this is something magical inside. Okay, but you're meant to be two stars. Like, what are they called when they come together? Binaries or something, and they orbit each other. That's you and this other person. There's meant to be a connection here. I kept hearing the word connection in my head right before I got up to do this. What do you not see about this connection? What do you need to see about this connection? What is wow? It's an opportunity for both of you. It's an opportunity to grow, Okay, and there she is again, your Queen of Pentacles. It's an opportunity to expand and become successful and have lots of money and whatever else in your physical world that you desire. And your soul knows it. Okay, your inner self knows that you want to go towards this person, even if you've been holding back and kind of just focusing on, okay, how can I provide? How can I have a family? You know, I know this person's thinking of me. I know that I'm thinking of them. They're dreaming of me, vice versa. And I really want to go towards them, but I'm really afraid because I have all this power now in life and I don't want to lose it. And I'm stuck on the idea, but I feel our connection so strongly. Right, and I really want to go towards them, and I'm you know, lost in the sauce of trying to manifest, and I got my friends and we're making moves, and you know, but you're holding yourself back still, right? How do you get out of this holding yourself back energy? Keeps touching the camera table. Ooh, cut off any connections you have to anything that was not for you. Remember what I said in the other part? Get rid of. Oh, excuse me. Sorry for yawning. It's my bedtime. Get rid of the skeletons in your closet. There is a box in your closet somewhere. A shoe box, a lock box, a jewelry box, whatever it is. There's a box somewhere. Find that box, okay, and open it up. Look inside, even if it's an old journal, okay, and find those messages you wrote down about the person you used to love, or some love letter they gave you, or photos of them, an old, like, you know, when you go to the beach or the mall and you get the strip of the photos in the photo booth. There's one of those somewhere in your house right now, okay? I'm telling you, there is something somewhere buried under your things. It could be, you know, under 10 piles of photos or memos or memoirs or whatever. There's something tied to your ex, of you two together, or that they gave you, or whatever, that was romantic, or when you were still in, and you need to get it out of your house. Do cord cutting, do whatever the hell you need to do to get this ex's old energy off you, because this feminine's here and ready for you to be their king, ready to be their emperor, ready to come towards them. But there is something here that you need to get rid of, right? Because there's Wheel of Fortune again before this new cycle can come in with Ace of Pentacles there. That's the energy, is that there is something still tying you to the past and you need to cut it. I don't care if it's an old text message thread, an old email. I don't know. I can't tell you what it is, but you're going to come across it and you're going to go, oh shit, there it is. There's the thing that, you know, a book that they gave you, or it doesn't matter. It's something that has their energy on it, and I'm huge on quantum entanglement. If they touched this card one time and then you didn't cleanse it even, you know, you can try like getting sage and cleansing the thing that they gave you if you really cherish it that much. But honest to God, whatever it is, please just replace it, okay, if it's replaceable. If it's some kind of a DVD or a CD or something from the past and you, oh God, it's irreplaceable, they can't buy that anymore, they stop production. I don't know, man. Seal it up in plastic and burn sage around it, something to get the ex's energy out of your home. It's embedded in your couch cushions right now. Maybe it's your couch. I don't know. I feel it strongly, because then what are you going to see? Your ability to reason is going to change. Your Queen of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles. You're going to understand why you weren't able to move towards this person, this new person before, even though you're burning at the seams here. Okay? The darkness that's in your mind was because there's some like curse of an ex floating around your home somewhere. And I don't mean to be dramatic, but I do. Okay, I've worked hard to get that crap out of my life. We're leaving the Lovers card out here. We're asking for one more card of physically, when you finally get rid of this thing and you find it, what are you going to have happen in the physical here with this person? Tower moment. I already saw it. Right? Because that's what's going to open up the channels for you to receive the blessings that are meant for you from the universe. You are the Knight of Wands. Look at all these wands, 8 of Wands that are coming in for you, these messages or energies. There's your Queen again, okay? You guys, let's get some messages here from my handmade deck. What's this feminine thinking about you? Not running anymore. Go back to that part of the reading where I said, what's this feminine's energy towards you, or whatever the hell I said. They're not running. They're not chasing. You're not running. You're not chasing. What else? I've gotten that message a lot lately, that not running anymore, not running from this connection. How do you feel about this feminine, in case they're watching? Passion in place. Yes. I know you feel them energetically and you want to move towards them, and that's good. And what is their energy towards you? Stability, grounding, from the beginning of the shuffle, right? A beautiful future, an opportunity. Let's get some more messages out of the cauldron. How does this feminine feel about you? How does this feminine feel about you, masculines? Fell on top of the tower. Peace. You put them at peace, right? Or they are your peace. And what do you need to know right now? Any more messages here that you might need to know? Oh, there was something on that tower card again. Is this the letter B? What else? New. Something new. It's not something old. It's not an X, okay? It's a chance for something new. Don't let me down. This person wants you to know that they hold a candle for you in their heart, and they're saying, don't let me down. Don't erase our connection just because you're afraid, right? A couple more messages and then I'm closing out. I'm tired. Pastime. So maybe their favorite pastime is thinking of you. Maybe it's watching you on TV, if you're on TV, or you're on internet, YouTube or something, and you have a channel. Or they just want to pass time with you. Or past lives. What else? Any more messages here? Guys, as you can tell, I really am stirring these messages up, and if things want to come out, they come out. It's not me, like, forcing them out of there. I am really stirring them around. Nope, nothing else. Let's get one final closing message. What do you need to see that you're not seeing overall here about this situation or this person? Yeah, it's time to make up your mind. Okay, get out of that hanged man energy. It's very important that you don't keep them waiting for too long. Okay, everybody has limits, you know, but courses can change direction very easily when you're not putting in the effort. Okay, and if you're just hanging around waiting to see if they're gonna come towards you, they might not. Okay, especially a divine feminine, they're not gonna feel like going chasing after somebody that's not ready or not, you know, even if you're not running anymore from them, they're not gonna suddenly be like, well, hold on, let me jog over there. They're gonna be like, okay, I'm here. I'm 2 feet behind you. Turn around. Look at me. Look at me. I'm right here. I'm not saying it in a negative way. I'm just saying, because what do they want? They want union. They want power. They want your passion. But really, they just want union. I'm not saying they're going to steal your power. It's Ace of Wands here twice, okay, first of all. It's right here. You can't see it. It's off camera. They want union with you. They don't want your money. I know you want they want love, you know. There's more wands. They don't want anything but union. That's all they've been trying to gain. And it's the Lover's card came out 3 times. Okay? They want to give you their heart. And I think you want to do vice versa. What's holding you back in the physical here? What is holding the masculines back? Not feeling like you're ready, feeling like you've been cheated on by somebody before. Yeah, okay. Well, Keep watching them then. See what the fuck happens. No, I'm just kidding, but don't stay too far away, okay? Let them know that you are there, even if it scares you, okay? Even if you're afraid that they got something better, just tell them, hey, I'm afraid you have someone better. You might be surprised and they'll turn around and go, no, there's nobody else. There's literally no, yeah, I could find someone else, or maybe they even have someone that they know that is a multimillionaire or is gonna, finance all their, that's not what a divine feminine wants. A divine feminine doesn't need somebody to pay all their bills for them. They need someone to fill their soul. And it was 35 right when I said that. So maybe the age of 35 or the number 35 is significant. I have to go to bed. I love you all very much, and I hope this message resonated with you. If anyone likes a personal reading, I can't even talk. A personal reading, I'll offer a few free ones if anybody emails me. Okay, especially if you mention this video, Passion and Place. I might make that the title. I don't know.